Hello, and thank you for joining our weekly training on new home sales powered by Ground. We are here to give you professional people who are in the industry of new home sales, whether from sales, builders, developers, investors, and looking at everything that has to do with new home sales. Our goal is that your business can slowly overlap into the space of new homes. And you could follow us by clicking below, subscribing, or watching our videos. We have many lessons that have already been stacked on why new home sales, what you get to learn, how that complements your business, and so forth. But new home sales is a huge complement to your business, and this is why we do our weekly training, so that brokers or team owners or company owners can put their focus on this and understand the complement that it makes towards their business. Be trained by the professionals in the industry. Our previous lesson, we talked about solo brokers. We talked about the solo broker life and how a solo broker can slowly move their business into the space of new home sales. How that looks, what's the advantages of being a solo broker. We have a lot of solo brokers in our office and training under us and training under the new home division that are very successful because they are flexible. And we talked about in our series what helps a solo broker be what they are. And there's pros and cons to every single category. We do not live in a perfect world, but solo brokers do have an advantage. And we talked about the life of a solo broker in the new home space and how they can slowly advance their business into that space. The motivational thought of the day, am I becoming more successful every day? That is a question you have to ask yourself. That is a question I have to ask myself. Have I become more successful today than yesterday? We grow up. We improve. We have to improve intellectually. We have to improve professionally. We have to improve as human beings. Am I becoming more successful? We have to become more successful financially. And in everything, in managing our time, our wealth, our personality, our character, development, in all these spheres, we have to learn to develop and become more successful. And that is a question that you and I have to ask ourselves. Are we becoming more successful? Am I doing everybody who's around me a better service today than I did yesterday? Think about that. Ponder on that. But that is the motivational thought of the day. And those who have, over the years, it's been amazing to watch people in business, because we are in business, in real estate, become more successful. Even when they go through their crash courses, even when they do maybe make mistakes, even though some mistakes have set them back 2 or 3 steps, but it's amazing to find those people get up and keep going forward and becoming more successful than they prior were. And oftentimes obtaining very deep lessons from the mistakes they did make in their life. Today's session, we're going to talk about team broker. A team broker, the life of a team broker. What is a team broker supposed to do on their day-to-day tasks? What are their goals and visions supposed to be? How is a team broker differentiate from a solo broker? What are the responsibilities of a team broker? And this is all what we want to talk about today, because once you've run as a solo broker, maybe for 2, 3, 5 years, we often find times that these solo brokers do want to elevate and become a team player. They want to lead a pack. They want to lead a group of people. They feel like, they've developed enough business to, I call it the overflow. Right? They themselves have enough business as solo brokers, and now it's this overflow. Or another term for a team leader is the rainmaker. Right? All of these concepts are what are discussed about a team broker, a rainmaker, the leader, somebody who's staying 2, 3 steps ahead and allowing all these other solo brokers to follow and copy, maybe and paste. So number 1 is train and coach. A team broker has to be training himself, has to be coaching himself, be coached by others while he's coaching those people who are following him. You have to always be a resource hub of new information, latest technologies, latest trends, latest opportunities, latest business formulated concepts. You have to be pressing it back to your solo brokers, giving them the direction. Yes, FSBOs expires, but now this whole new thing about new home sales, builders, developers, investors. Oh, how do we attain this portfolio of business for our team, right? And this is what team leaders are supposed to do. They're supposed to train and coach themselves. Oh, we used to have Gmail, and then we used to have Craigslist, and now we have Facebook, and now we have Instagram, now we have TikTok. How do all of these things come together? Now we have YouTube, and then maybe we have another new app and another AI thing, and all of these tools that we have to start implementing and allowing. Oh, what's CRM, and then email drips, and all of this. All of these things. So we're being trained, and then we're training others. So one of your brokers could approach you and say, I want to do social media. And you, because you've been trained a little bit in social media, you give them a lot of hints how to help them move in that direction. Another guy shows up and says, you know what, I want to do drip email campaigns. And you're like, oh, you know what? Now you can use ChatGPT and create a really good email campaign for buyers or sellers or the latest trend. Let's go look at that, create this phenomenal email campaign and start dripping this campaign on your database. But you are the trainer and the coacher of your team and those people who are following you. So you have to train and coach yourself. You have to read, you have to watch, you have to go to conferences, you have to be taking notes. You better start getting organized on your sessions. We call it organized knowledge. You have to organize knowledge about what is happening in the market. You have to understand, is the market going up or the market going down, or are we flat? Like, this is all you, the team leader, who has to get trained so you can slowly relay that information to your brokers who are following you. So be a trainer and a coacher, and then learn to train and coach the people that are below you. Second, meetings. Meeting with your top producers. Team leaders need to meet with your A players. Who are your A solo broker players or A players underneath me? This is the meetings. And the number one question you should be asking them is, what is your dream? What is it that you want to achieve? And let me assist you in getting there. So if your solo broker wants to make $50,000, move them to that. That's your A broker. Meaning they're committed, they're hungry, they want to work, they're putting in the work, they're there. Every meeting, they're there. These are your A players. And you talk to your A players and you ask them, what is your dream? I want to buy a new car. Okay, let's see if we can reach that dream. I want to do this. Well, let me help you reach that dream. And what's amazing is 5 years down the road, 2 years down the road, 30 days down the road, anything that you have assisted them in getting there, they're going to say, oh, this person played such a huge role in my life. Why? Because you helped them get to where they were going. If you ask this as a team leader, if you ask your team A players, what is your dream? Where is it that you want to go in the next 6 months, 12 months? And help them reach that goal, you're going to become the biggest influencer on your team. You're going to influence their life in the greatest impacts because you're trying to help them get wherever they're going. You're becoming the resource of them achieving in what they're trying to achieve. So meet with your top producers. So train and then meet. And when meeting, ask people questions. Ask your solo brokers, ask your employees questions of where they want to go and be an assistant of getting there. Focus on leads. Focus on lead generating. If there's no leads, there's no business. Talk to your brokers of what's the best lead generating, online, non-online, in physical, work in your sphere, working cold calling, making marketing dollars. What is the lead generating that you're doing for your company, and then your solo brokers individually are doing for their businesses? What is the lead generating strategy? Are you scraping data? Are you taking the yellow pages and just calling every single number? How are you lead generating? This is a strategy that is really crucial in business, whether it's through marketing, whether it's through buying ads, whether it's buying leads, whether it's partnering with Zillow and Redfin, whatever lead strategy, but your goal as a team leader is to slowly develop a lead strategy for yourself and also build that lead strategy for your business and for the people who are following you. And then third, hire and fire. As a manager, as a lead team broker, your goal is to recruit. Your goal is to remove people who do not want to work. It is our job to always figure out who's the player and who's not. Are these people, these solo brokers or people, employees, are they a fit to what we're doing, or they are not a fit? And this is a question you always have to ask. The team is going this direction, the team is prospecting this data, the team is going to be doing this much business volume. Is this person going to contribute to this or not? If they're going to contribute to this greater vision, phenomenal, we're all moving forward. If this person is going to drag us down, well, maybe this person either needs to go to another team or maybe focus on being a solo broker. And both options are absolutely okay. You cannot have everybody work for you. That is not feasible. That is absolutely not feasible. Not every single human being or every single broker is going to work on your team. But it's up to the team leader to determine if that fit is going to be a fit or not. And it's up to the team leader to keep that moving forward, meaning keeping that progress going forward. How big your team is going to grow. What's your best team size? Is it 3 people? Is it 5 people? Is it 25 people? Is it 300 people? I don't know. Everybody builds different teams. But your goal is to build a team and understand who's the best fit for this team. And focus and articulate and invest into human resources who are going to be partakers of this team. So last time we talked about the life of a solo broker. Today we're talking about the life of a team leader. And if you are a team leader, you need to be focusing on training and coaching yourself. You need to figure out who's the best fit for you in your training and coaching. And you need to start putting these people in front of you and learning from them how to become a better trainer and coacher and a leader. You need to focus on your meetings. Meeting only with the A players. Those who are willing to commit to going forward with you within your team and in your vision. You need to focus on leads. How are you generating and cultivating business? Where is the business and how is the business coming to you, towards your team? Resale, new homes, distressed. Remember those 3 categories? Those are the 3 complements to your lead pool. Because you're going to meet clients who want new homes. You're going to meet clients who want to just resell. And you'll meet clients, whether sellers or buyers, who are in some distress form. You know, there's buyers who have short credits. They're in a distress. If you could build up their credit, they'll probably buy a house. You have sellers who are in distress. Maybe they lost a job and they need to work through all of their debts. And selling the house is part of working through their debt. So you will meet people in all categories, and that is part of driving leads, is learning how to pull leads from all of these 3 categories. Hire and fire. What are you doing? How are you moving people around in your team and in your organization to keep the team moving forward towards the goals that you have set as a team leader? Hopefully, in today's session, you have learned and have sought out some opportunities for yourself as a team leader, Or maybe you have been a solo broker for a while and you're thinking about moving into the space of a team leader. Well, guess what? These roles and these roles differ. And that's why we're talking about the roles that a team leader needs to do, when a solo broker oftentimes does total different roles for their business and their pool of business. So if you have questions, reach out to us. Hopefully we'll catch up on our next session about things that have to do with new home sales and how you need to build your business inside that space.